Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
In the latest news, Elon Musk has been alleged of sexual misconduct, and the Me Too brigade is back on him right after he said that he's going to vote for GOP.
So vote Republican.
Vote Republic, and in the midst of buying Twitter and to make it a place where you can actually have free movement of speech.
Right.
This is where the left or the leftist politicians are making this allegation. Obviously, not the leftist politicians, but this looks like a ploy from their part. So, what's your take on this?
So I think we have to take a look at what's been going on with Elon Musk recently. So, Twitter kinlo কয়েকদিন আগে, right? $44 billion
Still,
deal.
that's the price that they've এখনো কিনে নাই in the process of buying Twitter for.
Right. So there's a sexual allegation, which is what's happening. Sexual allegation ki holo? Who accused him of what?
Okay, this is the flight. I think. Let me read this. So basically, bolte se. Report by Business Insider. This is from Al Jazeera.
Yeah, Business Insider leaked the story.
Al Jazeera is reporting this, that SpaceX paid flight attendant $250,000 in severance in 2018 in exchange for her agreeing not to file a lawsuit over her claim. So this was back in 2018, and they got a severance package for not bringing a case against him, and they paid him.
Right. So the accusation is basically he sexually assaulted air hostess, flight attendant, right? And then what happened is she got paid $250,000 essentially to keep quiet about it, right? So I think if we take a look at Elon Musk and what has been happening recently, তো যেটা বললাম যে ও টুইটার কেনার তালে আসে চলতেছে, okay, let's see where the deal goes. So we have to look at why he was buying Twitter.
Absolutely.
So Twitter has essentially become অনেক বছর ধরে has become an extremely left-leaning media. এখানে people share their statuses and but left-leaning media বলতে it's gone to the hands of the far leftists. So what was happening is if you say things like men and women are not equal, Twitter would ban you. So men and women are not equal bolte ekhon eta ki, is this a wrong statement? Sure, but the definition and the premise of freedom of speech is je you get to share your opinion and I get to share mine. Ekhon amar opinion hoite pare men and women are not equal, আপনারটা হইতে পারে যে they are equal. So Elon Musk's কথাটা ছিল যে না, like both these statements need to exist, and Twitter essentially দেখা যাচ্ছে যারা কনজারভেটিভ টাইপের কথাবার্তা বলে, রাইট উইং কথাবার্তা বলে, তাদেরকে ব্যান করে দিচ্ছিল. So Elon Musk decided যে না, Twitter is essentially the town square. আমাদের modern let's say if the whole world is a village, তাহলে Twitter is the town square, and এখানে there needs to be freedom of speech. সবার ideas express করতে পারতে হবে. So he's like যে আমি এটা কিনে এরকম freedom of speech আবার ইনস্টেট করে দিব. এরপর what's interesting is, so there's been plenty of videos regarding Twitter employees quit করতেছে. TikTok there's plenty of left-leaning people who have been going like যাও আমি আর টুইটারে আসবো না, I'm deleting my account. So এভাবেই চলতেছে, কমপ্লিট মেল্টডাউন চলতেছে মানুষজনের ভিতর থেকে. there has been talk about যে like people who are quitting jobs at Twitter because what? Because people can talk freely.
Yeah, that's the whole purpose, right, of Twitter.
Because I don't understand this situation where like Elon Musk buys Twitter and says I'm going to give equal footing to both sides to speak, and that causes one side to start quitting Twitter. So erpore what happened is just like anything else, সব সময় we'll get to the Me Too movement. So the accusation jeta ashlo, eta just like any other Me Too accusation, I've noticed for example 48 hours, I think 48 to 72 hours before, Elon Musk basically tweeted he is from now on he's going to vote Republican.
Yep.
GOP vote korbe, so against the Democratic Party. So I've noticed this to me, look, আসিফ ভাই আপনার কি মনে হয় আপনি বলেন, but to me it feels like the Me Too movement, which originally not a lot of people know a lot about. আপনি Me Too movement এর ব্যাপারে কি জানেন?
It's where you basically say that you've been the victim of sexual abuse
Right.
on the hand of your either anyone, especially employer or at workplace. So
Right.
sexual abuse against women at workplace.
Right. I have long been known সবার কাছে as a person who generally speaks against radical feminism, and I do.
Yeah.
So let me put out a view here. Let me put out a view that basically so the Me Too movement, আমি যেটা দেখলাম সেটা হচ্ছে, while most women naively take this as a movement for them, as a movement to speak out against sexual abuse, sexual harassment, I've dug deep into the whole, the details of what's been going on. And আমি যেটা দেখলাম Elon Musk's ক্ষেত্রেও same, সেটা হচ্ছে the Me Too movement was never really about women. This was a political movement. Let me explain what I mean by that. So, Me Too movement start hoy kotha theke? You heard all about Me Too and yet, but do you know where it started from?
Yep. Please enlighten me.
Answer. So, what happened is there was Brett Kavanaugh. Brett Kavanaugh hoche, so I'm diving into politics now because this is political. Yeah, has nothing to do with women, and you'll understand why. So what happened is just Brett Kavanaugh, before he became a Supreme Court justice or nomination er shomoy, because he is একটা Republican side থেকে like right-leaning conservative side থেকে, he is becoming a justice of the Supreme Court, and because the Supreme Court decides it's part of the judiciary, right? It's the topmost form of judiciary. So the left wing, the Democratic Party, চায় নাই যে right wing থেকে একটা মানুষ এসে justice হোক, right? So that's when Brett Kavanaugh against একটা accusation বাইর হলো from a woman named Christine Blasey Ford. Christine Blasey Ford এসে বললো যে আমারে sexual abuse করছে. That revved up the media and brought in a celebrity called Alyssa Milano. Alyssa Milano basically coined the Me Too movement, and এই কেসটার মধ্যে ও ঢুকে বলছে হ্যাঁ #MeToo, and then she has a following on Twitter, so basically it became viral, the Me Too movement area. Brett Kavanaugh জিনিসটা, you have to understand a couple of things. The accusation that Christine Blasey Ford brought in is যে Brett Kavanaugh ওকে sexually abuse করছে when they were teenagers. এটার সাথে টাই হয়েছে আবার ওই যে believe all women, because believe all women Me Too movement-এর সাথে আসছে because essentially what's happening is that people weren't believing Christine Blasey Ford, and my contention would be যে like what is this about believing all women? I don't think you should believe all women, just like you shouldn't believe all men. Yes, there is due process. একটা জিনিস একটা প্রসেসের ভিতর দিয়ে যাবে, evidence will be presented like law. There is no reason to, because where's the presumption of innocence? We've studied in law, you always presume that a party is innocent until proven guilty. We can't just throw that out because women are special. Yes. So what happened is the accusations come from Christine Blasey Ford যখন teenager. এরপরে what happened is Alyssa Milano জিনিসটাকে Me Too movement, believe all women দিয়ে ছড়ানোর পর যেটা হলো যে during the actual trial, Christine Blasey Ford couldn't materialize anything. She claimed first যে হ্যাঁ এরকম witness আছে, এই আছে ওখানে মানুষ দেখছে, like this happened. Not one witness showed up. ঠিক আছে, no one could verify what she was saying in her evidence in terms of ও যে ধরনের evidence দিচ্ছিল, even or memories, like what she was recalling was very shaky. Every other trial witness stand-এর মধ্যে basically her statements are not adding up. In fact, people have testified that they've actually never seen these two people together.
আচ্ছা.
So media যে জিনিসটা হয় আমি দেখলাম, after media in terms of feminism যে জিনিসটা হয় সেটা হচ্ছে, so you've heard about the Me Too movement. Me Too movement বললে সবাই চিনে, believe all women বললে সবাই চিনে, okay, but what the media didn't publicize is ultimately কোথায় গেল? Justice Brett Kavanaugh তো justice হয়ে গেল, তাহলে হলো কেমনে? Because these accusations have been proven to be false.
So the law found out that he was not guilty.
Right. So the fact that he's not guilty didn't change the fact যে মিটু মুভমেন্ট আর বিলিভেবল উইমেন মুভমেন্ট এগুলো কিন্তু এখনো ছড়াই আছে আমাদের মধ্যে, রাইট? বাট দ্য বেসিস ফর ইট ইজ আ ফলস ন্যারেটিভ. The basis is actually wrong. Like this came out of something that was not true. ঠিক আছে? So এরপরে যেমন ফর এক্সাম্পল one of the hypocrisies I find here in এই যে Alyssa Milano যে ক্যারেক্টারটা, right? So she's a celebrity. She comes along, coins the Me Too movement and খুব ভাইরাল করলো, সবকিছু করলো. She is the reason I say this entire thing is political is because Alyssa Milano হচ্ছে ও আবার ডেমোক্র্যাট, ও হচ্ছে লেফট লিনিং ইয়ের সাইডে, বাইডেনদের সাইডে, রাইট? সো হোয়াট হ্যাপেন্ড ইজ ও একটা এই যে লাস্ট ট্রাম্প আর বাইডেন ইলেকশনের মধ্যে এসে শি এন্ডোর্সেস বাইডেন।
ওকে,
হ্যাঁ, এন্ডোর্সমেন্ট দেয় না যে ও লাইক
yeah.
আমি বাইডেনের সাথে, বাইডেনের সাইডে অ্যান্ড ইউ শুড ভোট ফর হিম বিকজ শি ইজ আ সেলিব্রিটি, শিল ডু দ্যাটস ফাইন। এরপর what happened is বাইডেনের এগেনস্টে একটা সেক্সুয়াল অ্যালিগেশন আসলো, ঠিক আছে? জো বাইডেন ওর এগেনস্টে একটা সেক্সুয়াল অ্যালিগেশন আসলো। এখন দেখেন, যেমন ফর এক্সাম্পল why I mentioned the role of the media is you've heard about the Me Too movement, you've heard about Brett Kavanaugh, but বাইডেনের সেক্সুয়াল অ্যালিগেশন সম্বন্ধে কিন্তু you haven't heard. He's present as this old sweet man. হ্যাঁ, আপনি শুনছেন বাইডেনের এগেনস্টে যে অ্যালিগেশন? You haven't heard. That's because the media doesn't publicize Democrat সাইডের holes gula. So what happened is তখন the media went to Alyssa Milano and asked her যে should we believe all women? এখন তুমি যেই পার্টিকে এন্ডোর্স করতেছো ওর এগেইনস্টে তো অ্যালিগেশন আসছে। হ্যাঁ, let me quote what she says in reply. হ্যাঁ, there's an article that says Alyssa, so I've always been talking about যে due process, যে এখানে বিলিভ টিলিভের কথা না, এখানে there has to be due process. There's an article from the National Review in 2020 যেখানে বাইডেন ইলেকশনের সময় the name of the article is pretty nice. It says Alyssa Milano discovers due process. Yeah, because এখন now that she's been asked যে তুমি যাকে এন্ডোর্স করতেছো, so this is a political candidate. So what's your view here? Should we believe all women? Because you advocate for believing all women, and therefore the woman accusing Biden should also be believed.
Yep.
Or answer হচ্ছে এখানে in quote, we really have to sort or societally change that mindset to believing women, she continued. But that does not mean at the expense of giving men their due process and investigation situations, and it's got to be fair on both directions. So this is extremely hypocritical because initially when the Me Too movement and Believe All Women came about, the whole premise was that any woman needs to be believed regardless of whatever evidence there is or not.
Yeah.
এখন যখন ওর পলিটিক্যাল পার্টির কথা আসতেছে যে the political party that she's endorsed, এখানে যখন সেক্সুয়াল অ্যালিগেশন আসতেছে, now she suddenly turns around and says যে না এভাবে কেমনে হবে, due process needs to be there.
Absolutely.
Right. So this is the basis of the whole Me Too process. And if you notice, এখানে কয়েকটা with Elon Musk's allegation, এখানে কয়েকটা ব্যাপার আছে। If you notice Justice Brett Kavanaugh, you'll notice যে এই জিনিসগুলো কিন্তু সবসময় they happen. So why didn't the allegation come forward when it happened? It's never coming forward যখন it happened. It never comes forward. Like Christine Blasey Ford accused Brett Kavanaugh of this when they were teenagers. What were you doing the rest 30 years of your life? Yes, and now when he's about to become a justice in the Supreme Court, suddenly now this pops up. Of course, it's political. Yes, same. এখানে you have Elon Musk's allegation ও কিন্তু এমন না যে আমারে কালকে sexually abuse করতে চাইছে. Not that. This was years ago. Years ago, Elon Musk has been a public figure for 10 years now. Yes, he's already been there PayPal থেকে আরো 30 বছর আগে থেকে, but 10 years he's become basically celebrity status এ চলে গেছে. So damage করার থাকলে কিন্তু তখনই করতো, right? But now suddenly when he announces যে he's going to vote Republican,
the allegation pops up.
Right. আরেকটা হচ্ছে, here's the other thing. this is the richest man in the world. In the known world, Bill Gates, Still Gates, shobar upore, this is the richest man in the world.
Yeah.
You settle for $250,000 from the richest man in the world. That's pocket change.
Yeah, for them.
I don't think if this allegation was real. And again, look, I'm not saying our contention is against this idea about believing all women. I don't think people should believe, like, I don't agree that people should believe all women, because I don't agree that people should believe all men. And I
There
think
has to be due process.
I think there are, like, among women as well, I think people who are logical will agree with me. Look, you and I can agree that there are reasonable and unreasonable guys. And it's not like there haven't been cases where the woman has falsely accused someone and ruined their life. There are hundreds of examples. Yes. So I think if we take a look at it from a reasonable perspective, we can come to only one conclusion here. Sheta would say, hey, if this is true, let it go to court, let it go through due process and figure out what's happening.
Yeah, so what to say that, Jay? So the point of this was just to let you know, before you come to a conclusion,
Right.
do your due process before you start the bandwagon and
Hashtag
accusing. Hashtag me too. Do your due process. We'll end on this note. The funny thing was, Elon Musk, I think, tweeted, I think a few days ago, Jay, if there's ever a scandal about me, please call it Elon Gate.
Thank you for watching Taboo Talkies. Taboo Talkies is brought to you by Cypher Media. Check out some of our other videos in the channel.